Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Let's get ready to go and take on the road to Oahu for a brand new live summit event in the Crew 2. With the brand new Live Xtreme Series is now being featured as part of the 6 events and 3 skills to be set and good to go for week number 2, along with a brand new addition is the Masa RX3 is now being shown on the cover. It takes a lot of good best team summon is about to be going forward after finishing from the 5th anniversary on week number 1, and here we are on week number 2 to be take place and race around in the west coast of California and Los Angeles. With all kinds of vehicle restriction, it's about to be set for only 2 cars to be on the street racing and rally raid vehicle to be set and featured to be using with the Hummer H1 Alpha US Wildlife Watcher and Bentley Maligner Bacular is about to be set and go with a returning vehicle from the agency, and even of course to have one service vehicle in the off-road category from Season 4 Episode 2 from the Contractor. With all kinds of best vehicles and discipline to be set and go for some main part of the category, but I bet this is going to get much more very brand new, and I'm about to be planned and go over it to have the best part of the Team Summon to have the brand new Live Xtreme Series. We'll go give everything what we got to have the final part of the event from the Crew 2 and go for the brand new start in the Crew Motorfest. We'll be on the main standby until the release date on September 14. But good thing I got 2 of them to be set and added to the collection without any bundle event. So I bet you guys might gonna have to get 2 of them before you'll be entered for this part of week number 2 for today's Team Summon. But after all, this is gonna get much more best time moment out there as we're about to go set sailing up from Season 9 in the first episode with the return of American Legend to have some new stories, new events, and even of course to have the race creator as well. But it is going to get much more fun, excellent out there to see the brand new Live Xtreme Series is going to get much more different, cutscene, and have the final finish line is now going over to be in the port of Long Beach. But I can't wait folks. The finish line and the final chapter of the Crew 2 is about to set closer before we'll be heading up to Motorfest in Oahu. The most finest island in the Pacific Ocean as part of America is going to be a best time to go awesome, and new cars will be coming up soon as we have to be a most fine patient moment if we have to find out soon enough. So get yourself prepared you guys. We're heading up and take on in Road to Oahu. As always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, be sure click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Don't forget to click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. Now it is time to get ready to go and start the live summit event. Let's begin. It takes a long patience and development due to my WIP sessions to go live stream. But it was a lot of good best time out there to be celebrate the 5th anniversary to the Crew 2 and 4 rewards, including with the Lamborghini Aventador LP 700-4 and the anniversary tire on the Epic. Just to have a good updatable and 1 follow-up catch-up on the USST cities in Las Vegas for the Porsche 917K. Did I ever mention about my Total Drama OC will be take part to have the details about any kinds of specific vehicles that related to the Crew 2? But I'll have to get down to have my 3 of my Total Drama OCs, Hardenick, Genesis, and Lexia who had to do the main part and go for having an off-road, street racing, and pro racing category until if I have to choose my best Total Drama OC to go for the 4th one that related to freestyle. But anyway, Platinum Ring is on 3,729 place in 1,227,661 points is now going well to Bennett, and even of course over 1 million followers is all I need to go proceed into the bronze session in the fame pack. So there you go, almost to be at 3 million bucks and enter arrive on week number 2. So I guess A brand new addition to the Mazda RX-3 is known as the Geo Edition. This one is so pretty excellent to be placement on the bronze, and some more vanities to be well placed up onto the silver is the gold tint, golden wings underglow on the rear, and even of course to have the best golden type of the tire is the golden drip tire on the Epic. Sign me up, alright. Looks like this is the perfect theme summon as we're about to kick up and go preparation on 3 skills before I'll have to start up in Live Xtreme Series Road to Oahu. So let's give it a go and head on over to be in the Big Sur in the off-road session. We'll do the Solemn. But I can't wait, folks. This is going to be the best time to go up the coast and proceed over into the west. For those who ever enjoyed rally raid vehicles and motorcycles in the same class, especially to have the best recommend pick for myself, that I'll have to go with the KTM 450 Rally 2015 with the UDRS Insportec. We'll have to take the next part. The Big Sur is always meant to have the best place to be here in the west coast of California. So I'll have to go first and solemn around the gates to be put up and be on the get-go to have some small residential homes. But it was a lot of good, excellent opportunity out there to have several players who really enjoy playing in the Crew 2, as Motorfest will be on standby to have some main development and go on session for some close beta. So I'll have to keep a good watchful eye out. There's one player over here. I'll have to go well behind and keep driving on in. Okay, time's up, and there we go. 22,420 points is all clear on the first attempt. So let's have a good look, and new record is now being placed and established by 155,106 points. That's one skill check in the bag, and go proceed in buoy smashing on skill number 2 at Seattle. But perfectly to have the best place to be here by around in the west coast like California, Oregon, and Washington State. But not to mention because buoy smashing is a very good best place to be here on powerboat and jet sprint. So let's solo around and smash some green buoys. There we go. Keep a good steady pace. I know this may be quite getting complicated because avoid the web buoys in a different location that I just come here for the first time. Very good. 10-second reminder. I'll gang up, and there you go. Looks like multiplier times 4 is save my best roll. 44,653 points is a clear to be going A+. Very nice. 152,163 points. That's a very good, excellent buoy smashing is going piece of cake. Speaking of piece of cake, but the escape is going harder to be on the main top effort out there to go to downtown Los Angeles. Auto switch vehicle up I go and choose any best recommend vehicle depends on drag race or Alpha Grand Prix vehicle along with hypercars to go with 3 choices depends on the best recommend pick. But I come here once, so I'll have to find out and do the same part of the strategy. We'll have to go once again. Gonna have to go cruise on over to have the Bugatti Divo with the UDRS White Star to be switched and grab the Alpha Grand Prix car will be switched into the KTM Expo R Alpha Grand Prix Edition. Go on Discipline, AGP. But putting up with some new set of vanity that related to have some Hawaiian style to be put up onto the Ocean Spirit on the tires, nitro, and even of course to have the smoke along with the surf underglow will be snarly in and go faster to have a best pace and see how it goes. But I can tell you guys because the Ocean Spirit is give a good taste in blue. Now, let's see how it turns out and surfs up to be driving in the asphalt and kick it to the high gear. Time to drive away and go for the long distance. Very nice for having a good far distance. There will be no problem at all. There's 2000 is going up. But I can feel it, folks, because the Crew Motorfest only takes a few months away until September we'll be dropping in. But we're in July as well, because it'll have to take only 2 months and be on the main schedule reminder notice. But if I have to go into the highway, that will be doing much more quicker and faster to have my main part of the roll. But I'll have to stick it to the road then, because it could get much more pretty safe and doing the usual since I come here for the last time. Almost there to be at 8,000. I know it's going to be a slow. Come on. Keep at it. Using the street is a pretty tough, complicated guess. I know how my strategy works pretty well, but I just hit the 10,000 meter on the yards. Here it comes. The red zone is coming in right about now. So very close to get 12,000 yards, but I'm at 11,990 yards. That should be good enough, but almost to have 150,000 points that stop at 149,238 points is now going check and clear on the first attempt. But right at the start and go in progress on silver in 38,404 place. So here I come, you guys. Live Xtreme Series, Road to Oahu, here I come. This will be having a 4 multi-class discipline to go with some rallycross vehicle to take the first leg, street racing second, touring car third, and hypercar will have to do the last part. For this part of the recommend pick that I just come up with, it's all about Chevy vehicles, but my best favorite manufacturer car brand to go with 1 Camaro and 3 Corvettes to be on the different sections. So I had to choose the Camaro SS Rallycross Edition, second leg for my 2009 Corvette CR1, third leg Corvette C6R. We'll have to do the 2005 model to be set and good to go. And then the final part is the C7 CR1 2019 will go for the hypercar. 3 Corvettes and the Camaro is about to be set and raring to go. So let's go for the cutscene and see how it turns out differently since we have finished the game.
Welcome everyone to the California coast and to Live Extreme, a very special multi-car event and the final step before your departure for Motorfest. Launching soon in tropical Hawaii, Motorfest is a year-round car festival celebrating the best of all things racing. I'll tell you more as we get underway. For now, it's time to start this race.
It's so good to hear the live representative to be doing the final part in Live Xtreme Series. And here it comes. This is where the best part will have to take the final step to begin. Let's win the race. Alright, first place, here I come and go.
Welcome everyone to the California coast and to Live Extreme, a very special multi-car event and the final step before your departure for Motorfest. Launching soon in tropical Hawaii, Motorfest is a year-round car festival celebrating the best of all things racing. I'll tell you more as we get underway. For now, it's time to start this race.
I'm so glad to hear the voice of the live representative as we're about to be ready to kick off for only one final event in Live Xtreme Series. Here we go, folks. Let's win the race and give everything what we got. It's about to get challenging because it's all about to have a final approach as we're about to do this part of the event in this Steam Summit. This part of the checkpoint is now doing much more very brand new, just like Into the Storm. But red, orange, and yellow is a very good one. Time to go up the hill.
So, most people know Big Sur for the famous 90-mile stretch of coastal highway. But the area actually extends inland for quite a ways. At over 1,000 acres, Big Sur is often called the Little Yosemite. And as you can see, it's a name well earned.
As we kick off to be on the starting position by around in the Big Sur to Los Angeles. I kind of think this is going to get so much more impressive out there to have that new event is pretty challenging to go up the hill for rallycross, and then street racing will go second. But here comes the checkpoint.
At the top of this hill, drivers should be getting a nice wide view of the Central Valley and the Sierra Nevada. Little known fact, just 200 years ago, the Central Valley agricultural region was actually an inland lake and the largest body of fresh water west of the Mississippi. Although you couldn't see it.
Yeah, here comes the jump. Solid touchdown and keep up the dirt for drifting. We're almost there, folks.
All right, rock and roll. It's time for our first vehicle switch. Say goodbye to those rally cars and let's get onto racing wheels.
Camaro is all done for the rallycross racing. Now let's get it on to have 3 Corvettes accompany on street racing. 6th generation CR1 Corvette coming right up. Let's kick it to the asphalt and drive up the hill and the highway.
Back to Motorfest again. What's really special about the festival is it's all set on the island of Oahu. Being here in California, it can be hard to imagine just how different Hawaii is. But you know, it's actually further to Hawaii than it is to New York. That's a long way.
Okay, looks like it's about to get shaded out there to be on a shadow, so I'll have to stay focusing without any further contact on the walls. Looks like it's going to get pretty challenging out there to keep a good main road on the elevation and around in the Big Sur, just to have a good sightseeing view to be going over onto the Pacific Ocean to have a good sightseeing view. But it's about to get slippery, so I have to keep my grips and wheel tight to be focusing. There goes the checkpoint. Gonna take it. Find your line and keep going.
All right, we're at the Pacific Coast Highway, and it's time to switch to touring cars. Try to keep your eyes on the road, because this next stretch of highway is so beautiful. It's going to be a sight to behold.
All right. Looks like Corvette CR1 is finished. Now for the C6R on the touring car, we'll go for the sightseeing view in the Pacific Coast on the Highway 1. But look at this, you guys. Just gonna coming around and keep going, focusing on the road. Pretty excited, isn't it?
That cruise ship off the coast there could be headed to Hawaii, though the festival's transporting most drivers by long-range helicopter, all part of Motorfest's adventure ethos.
Just to make sure to keep going and stay on touring cars after finishing on street racing for leg number 2 and currently onto leg 3.
California is certainly gorgeous, but dude, the island of Oahu is a true paradise. At Motorfest, you can enjoy high-speed street races through the bustling city of Honolulu, test your off-road skills on the ashy slopes of a volcano, or master the perfect curve on any number of custom-built tracks.
Okay, looks very great. Just gonna have to keep going over onto the Highway 1 and around in Big Sur till we have to reach up onto Los Angeles. Kinda think this is gonna be a one-way ticket to have that grand finale, as I'm about to be doing some part of training.
Now on the iconic beaches of Santa Barbara and the gateway to Southern California. This area is home to quite a few celebrities these days, including members of the British royal family.
Come on, keep going. Make that push. Central Coast is now stopping in.
Okay, time for the final vehicle switch. Step into those hypercars and get ready to say, I love LA, as we speed into Los Angeles.
C6 CR1 and C6R finished. Now for the C7 CR1, we'll do the final step. Time to kick it into the high gear to Los Angeles.
One thing people love about LA is the weather. And the same goes for Hawaii as well. Always mid-70s, even when it's raining. There's nothing like the tropics for an awesome party atmosphere.
So, as you may ever gonna have to try to keep it up, just keep it up, you guys. I know this is gonna be a very long time after I just went down to do some major attempts.
Spectacular view of downtown LA now. Largest city in the U.S. and second most populous after New York. Sunshine, beaches, Hollywood. Hard to go wrong in the city of angels.
Watch yourself. This part of the route that has pedestrians are in the way. So we're gonna have to keep it up and keep it go as we're about to be entered in the avenue by around in the airport. The music just always keeps on going. Very nice. Very excited, and we're almost there to have the final destination as we're about to go over onto the port of Los Angeles. It's going to be the port of Long Beach. So there it is. That's where the finish line is going to be located, right over there at the port. Well, I can't say this is going to be pretty challenging out there for myself since I'm putting up with some major attempts by multiple times. For this part, this has got to do it for myself just to be creative, and will plan to do this on my own without any help. But after all, it's always about try to make your best and keep going to be well positive to be yourself. Okay, let's proceed to the next street on the left. 5% to go remaining. Finish line is just right up ahead towards the bridge on the main entrance.
Final stretch now as we approach the port of Long Beach and the official departure point of cars being shipped out to the festival.
Here it comes. One last push, and there you go. Almost 8 minutes and made it on time.
And here we are at the departure point for Motorfest, where anyone is welcome to join the party. If you're ready to dive into an exclusive Hawaiian racing experience, just bring your car collection here to the port, and Motorfest will take care of the rest. In fact, anyone wishing to join the festival can ship their collection of vehicles free of charge. Okay, the fest is getting underway. So jump on one of our choppers and come out to Oahu for a journey you'll never forget. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you at Motorfest.
That is so amazing to have the first time ever to do this major attempt. Successful, and comes in to have the outcome to be going up in 100% to be adding up onto 108,727 points is now going around in 8 minutes. Whew. That was a lot of hard work and going well excited out there, folks. Well, I know this is going to be a very long time that I just went down to do some practice and rehearsal to do my own part. But one event is now checked and completed. That means 5 events on discipline, including the brand new addition to the Mazda RX-3, is about to be going proceed forward. But anyway, I'll have to try it out and go for the 4th vehicle event at downtown LA South after we'll road to Oahu from the Live Xtreme Series event. But very good, excellent background cover for the update that turns out to be coming much more differently ever since from the last update is now being used as the original. But after all I know this is going to be a major delay for myself if I had to went down and putting up with some changes during this part of the encore content video. So about the Raigyo addition to the Mazda RX-3 1972. But very good, excellent modification to have a good classic Japanese vehicle and the ball per level on 107 in 109 horsepower with a top speed 111 miles per hour. Very good to be styled in black, and even of course to have a light gold in trim is now being shown to be on the side and the front. And even the roll bar cages as well, but this has a lot of good, different, excellent JDM culture style is now putting up to have some good classic vehicle to be well made to be do it. So let's give it a go, and let's see how it turns out to be drivable and fully well capable without any maximum performance, because all the other Summit Reward vehicle are now being placed as a courtesy vehicle. Let's go old fashioned, and I'll have to be in the first position to go for having a head start.
You've got this! You're a rock star!
This is pretty good kick butt driving for this Mazda, but especially to have all kinds of different classic vehicles are now coming in. There's the Corvette C2 and C3, and the Cosmo is now currently to be coming in to be colored in pink. Well, speaking of which, not to mention about the upcoming Barbie movie is now coming around in July of this month. So this is definitely might be quite giving a good different look onto this interior view. So I'll have to give it a good look and head on over to be in lap number 2. To be honest, because this RX-3 to have a different edition under a person's name is actually to have a different signature name to be well modified and very good to be exclusive as a Summit Reward vehicle. But all I have to do is gonna have to try to keep up and beat that second generation Corvette in the first position, while the Mazda Cosmo is now in second. Time for the shortcut. Still need to catch up. I know this is going to be an impossible challenge, but I'll have to see it and get through with it. Come on, just going to beat that Corvette. That's very good. First place, here I come, and give a good, excellent shortcut. We'll do the final part. Just gonna have to keep on racing, stay clean, and do your best. Last stretch up ahead, gonna take it. And go all clear to have the first attempt by 2 minutes, 17.236 seconds is now checked and complete on the mark. But almost good enough, but I'll have to try this again to go for attempt number 2 to have a good potential drivable on the RX-3. Raigyo Edition is definitely the person's name is now having a signature to this RX-3 modification. But I bet it's still got a lot of good paces, and go for the boosters is much more needed to go exactly to have a main possible objective. So I had to work hard and give my best of luck of rarity after having some several attempts from the Live Xtreme Series to be brand new. There goes the Cosmo. Gonna have to punch right in.
Look out, suckers! We're in first place!
Yeah, that's good. Stay in first place and go for my main defense. So I have to keep a good watchful eye out when I'm in first place for every 3 laps. Just 3 laps, and that'll have to take my WIP work session. After this, we'll have to do some available time on the duration for every week. But you know, My Total Drama OC is a very good, excellent role to have a different part of the advisors when it comes to have Motor Nation is now doing some 4 parts of category. Well, Genesis always loved to do some best street racing vehicles like standard vehicles and hypercars along with drag race and drift disciplines. Lexia, my favorite Total Drama OC, that she really likes to do some pro racing. Touring cars, pro racing categories like power boats and air race discipline, and especially for the Alpha Grand Prix discipline. But my typing is always meant to do some helpful details to have some descriptions, just like 3 advisors from GT7 that talks about all kinds of best heritage when it comes to car culture. But the honest respect is gonna have to give a good understanding to have a good bonded heart between the car and its heritage. So I'm at 2 seconds away from 3 opponents, still on the roll, and I still got this in the bag. Time for the final push. Down the jump I go, and finish line has now achieved perfectly by 2 minutes, 14.899 seconds before 15 seconds has now been seen. Yep, looks like I have mastered the Rigeo addition to the Mazda RX-3. Very good, excellent kick-butt JDM car from the 1970s, but checkmark is complete on event number 2. So only 4 more events to go, so currently in progress on the goal in 19,208 place with a total of 600,7577 points is now going up in platinum by over around in 275,000. Looks like gonna have to go with Santa Monica for the drag race event. Just 3 runs and going much more piece of cake as I'm about to go for the 7th generation Corvette is now set and go maximum for the limit. But I know what to do, you guys. This is all about drag race vehicle, but this time it's about to have a different shark fin for having a good outfit to have an ocean spirit and Surf underglow for my C7 Corvette with UDRS Insportec livery. I kind of say this because one shark Corvette might have a good way to go dragster racing at this time. But I just made it myself, just like MK from Total Drama Island Reboot, that she says moolah. But I don't know what she meant, but it's quite very much more confusing. So let's begin with the first run. Start the smoke and give a good feel of the ocean spirit. Here goes nothing. Gonna shake up the pace and have the shark fin will go for the sharp air. That's 1 run down, 2 to go. Perfect run time in 10.979 seconds. Very good and excellent to go expert. Here comes run number 2, folks. Gonna have to try my best and keep the gauge on the green zone to stay in good motion. Well, I kind of say that the Ocean Spirit smoke is a very good calm sensory treatment for myself. But I kind of love it. Maybe my Total Drama OC Cerulean really loves the ocean and the water. So there you go. Second run is check. 1 more to go. And currently on the average is 11.163 seconds. Alright, so I can't guess because I just almost bit of running out of breath because I just feels like it's getting hot inside. But it'll have to cool down soon after finishing up one part of the video after this. Okay, that's 4 times of perfection. and go maximum in the high limit. So there you go. Looks like gear shift is perfect in the top speed, 390 miles per hour. Legendary bundle earned on the drag race discipline, and good to be well done to do the same event all over again. Perfect placement in 129,384 points is going all clear on event 3. As the Road to Oahu Live Summit event continues, for only 3 more to go, and we got some good different selections on discipline. Rally Raid, Street Race as a combo event, and Powerboat. Okay, well, time to go and head over on the Pacific Coast for every song event for the Powerboat discipline on no restriction. Depends on which kinds of Powerboat vehicles that you want to pick. But you know what, I just gonna have to take my best recommended pick for myself. The Foucher 1414 Demon 2016 with the UDRS Innsprotect Powerboat yacht is about to go maximum to hit the waves and set sail on the ocean. Yep, time for me to go feel relaxed and have the best time of powerboat racing around in the Pacific Ocean. Let's get it on and kick it to the high gear.
Go, go, go!
But this time, I'll have to do that main approach without doing the jump, just to have an ordinary sprint race to have a best time to go for the calm ocean, and then the waves will be coming in. Well, good thing the figure 8 circuit is going to be my best time favorite. But I can't argue with that. I'm just going to have to keep it up and just going to have to go and smooth sailing around the water. And there it goes. Just to have first lap clear. Going entered on lap number 2. Yeah, just always felt doing this as an expert. Now gonna have to go crossing through on top of the opponents when they're coming around on the other side. Just 10% more to go, and this race will be finished soon by a piece of cake. Final stretch, and bring home the water of podium. Just to have a perfect time average is now going successful and doing well achieved by having a minute 44 seconds by the decimal of 832. 116,743 points, and that means Pacific Coast every song event in the figure 8 track is going to be on the most piece of cake. Only 2 more to go. Let's go off-road racing to be in Stage 5 of the US Speed Tour West by using with the Hummer H1 Alpha. US Wildlife Watchers is now going service vehicle will take the time attack event. But good thing the same cover is now going to be usual to be well remain as the same. Just like all the other normal events that prior to the new update. But clearly, good thing that just brought a very good, excellent, exclusive vehicle from the contractor on Season 4, Episode 2 after the first episode to the same name. Just to have a perfect car collection quest for myself ever since I just went finishing from the US Speed Tour update. So here comes the service vehicle for the Hummer H1 Alpha US Wildlife Watcher as a service vehicle to be set and maximum in the per level of 140. Just to have 1188 horsepower in the top speed, 150 miles per hour, handling is going semi-expert to be driving to be carried around for this H1 Alpha. But Something else that might be bring out to have that animal cage when being carried for this most fine surface vehicle as a utility truck. So let's give it a go and take the time attack to be drive carefully, because if there's an animal who is being caged around onto the back of the trunk. Alright, let's go time attack and go with Las Vegas.
Let us hope the competitors do well on US Speed Tour West, stage number 5, Discovering Nevada. From Las Vegas to Golden Hills and its racetrack.
This part of the event is going to be on the outskirts of California, to be on the west coast and currently around in the mountain states. As you may ever been tried out with a service vehicle to the Hummer H1 Alpha during the part of the contractor mission to go off the road. As you may hear, these kinds of equipments are being sliding around when being carried around onto the Hummer H1 Alpha, because it may be quite very fragile, and even the animal itself is being caged around to be shown onto the rear. That says danger. But I bet it was a grizzly bear, alright, but no way. There's no way I'm not gonna touch that bear if it growls at me. So gonna have to keep going and keep the good traction to stay in good motion. Slide around and go with the trail. But on the inside to this interior view when driving with a Hummer H1 Alpha, but it does remain the same, just like the original and Rally Raid version, except the Evolution 2 versions, so the Evolution 1 is now doing the same part of the features. But I mean, this is pretty big and very much more massive to have that most size of spaces to be driving with this most off-road vehicle. Just like having a decommissioned military vehicle is now being served as a variation led by the US forces, but Hummer H1 fans is always love to have that Alpha version, for the number 1 is very good to be driving in America before other pickup trucks like Ford, Ram, and especially to have Chevrolet Silverado comes in. But years later, Hummer is no longer to have all kinds of different versions that has all kinds of different H models, like the H1, H2, and H3, along with some other concept vehicles that related to have some pickup trucks before the GMC took over as a collaboration. But I can't wait to see how the GMC Hummer EB is actually to be turns out to becoming very drivable in the Crew Motorfest. Just like Forza Horizon 5 that has the same kind of different vehicle that has the main feature. Well, anyway, because especially the GMC Hummer EB is actually to be part from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 as a collaboration as part of Warzone 2.0. But it is pretty much more of becoming a kick-butt vehicle to be driven on the off-road and open areas to America. By about the features, it can also to be driving on crab mode, but not in the game, but only in real life, that is. So as the progress is currently to keep it up and keep driving on the main trail to be going usual, since the US Speed Tour East Edition has finished as the West kicks in. Here comes the jump. Gonna have to choose a path. I'll have to go left. Gonna have to try to keep a good maintained man-tile position. I bet the animal is doing okay. Oof. Okay, well, I guess this cage is empty. To be in Golden Hills Racetrack. Checkpoint clear. 84% in the progression. Sideways and master the bus stop chicanes is doing tricky skills and keep going smooth pave on the off-road surface. we're almost there. Time to go enter in the racetrack. Just one more checkpoint to go.
Our drivers are nearly at the Golden Hills. See them have fun navigating the racetrack.
Delivery has arrived. Total time is 5 minutes, 6.420 seconds is going A clear. Very good. Very nice and well done to be added with 117,955 points. Only one more event to go in Road to Oahu, and that means Hollywood for the street race discipline in the Bentley Mullinir-Bacular is now challenging up and compete with hypercars. But give or take, this AI opponent will have to do a service, will have to commence with a wildcard selection as we're about to go down to be in Mullinir-Bacular to be well courtesy to be served as a second vehicle restriction event. But very good to have the background style is now being shown on the Hollywood sign. Perfect. Perfect, and just have my time to go on the set and use for the Bentley Mullinir-Bacular 2020 will be ready to go for the spotlight. Just to have one UDRS Inspirtech livery to go in luxury style. Okay, time to go and commence on the set for take one as I'm about to be driving with the Mullinir-Bacular from Bentley. We'll be doing the main part of the challenge. We'll be taking on with 7 hypercar disciplines. Just to be driving in style, and let's see how the perspective to go in different motion.
Listen to the engine. It's saying, let's win.
Okay, there we go. First turn is now at the stopping point. Seems like the hypercars have felt underestimated with the Bentley, but still has a good street racing performance, will go in style ever since the Continental is now having a different kind of a style. For only one of the 4 vehicles from Season 2, the Agency from Episode 1, and for Episode 2 from Season 4, the Contractor, one rally raid vehicle as a returning vehicle is now actually to have a good taste of style, beauty, and performance for this part of the exclusive recommend event to be related in Road to Oahu. But I mean, it's still got a lot of good potential to see the Bentley Mullinir-Bacular as a convertible vehicle to be styled and designed in 2020. So I have to brace myself. Here comes one jump to go airborne. Brake, slow down, and keep driving in good style to feel the luxury of performance. But good thing it's still being tested out as a UDRS livery to go as an official challenge in this part of the Team Summit. So let's get up and do the different row of Freeway Rally from Midnight Club 2. Okay, just going to keep a good agile position. Going well, smooth paved, and the highway is going A clear. Gonna have to intertwine and do that best effort out there to have the nice intersection to go right. Okay, 83% in the progression is going up. I'll have to keep it up and go all the way to be finished, and then it will be exit from the highway, will go entered right into the tunnel. Final stretcher, guys. I'll take home the bacon and the podium. First to be done, and High Speed Lover for only one part of the daily challenge is complete to be added with some Motor Pass stars. And there we go. 112% is now going to be adding up by having 128 points is now currently to go for having a clear one on the set. Finally, it takes a lot of hard work and go all the way to be updatable in the Platinum Ring in 3,530 place is now going to be cleared in Road to Oahu for this part of this week's live summon in week number 2. Well, I can't say this because it takes massive stress for myself as I'm about to come up to have a brings the condition maybe going a bit lighter or a bit darker. Hang on one second because this may be quite interruption to be sufficient. So I just went down to do some brainstorming as I'm about to go for having a matter of perspective during the part of the Live Xtreme Series Road to Oahu by having 4 parts and tried to do some different part to go clean racing. But a matter of fact to have a condition maybe get a bit lighter or a bit darker out there as already. So when it turns out that I just went hang on one second, folks. I might need to check it out. Alright. Now, where was I? So, I just went down to do some brainstorming when I was in Live Xtreme Series Road to Oahu. Might have to give a time and go hard challenging efforts to go up into about 100,000. So, I just went down and do some thinking time of brainstorming when I'm in. Mucus always gets into my own mouth. Let me try this again. So, I just went down and spent some timing when I was doing live stream by having brainstorming during the part of Live Xtreme Series Road to Oahu as a theme summon. Takes a lot of time and do some matter of perspective will do some role part on the set. But it takes several minutes if I had to come up perfectly for my own thought is gonna have to take much more matter of choices as I go with 3 Corvettes and a Camaro to have 4 discipline in multi-class event. But it was a lot of hard effort out there and putting up with some matter of changes for the cutscene at the very end is doing much more thrill and precisely to go harder and much more prouder to do some main part as a training ground for myself. Only for this event, but I have been planned to go down to do some continuation for my full walkthrough as Livestream will be planned and go proceed forward on the main set. But it was a very good brand new event, and even of course for the Rigeo addition to the Mazda RX-3 is very brand new to have 2 attempts and for only 2 attempts and 1 hard effort to go up in 105,341 points. But it was a very good, excellent force vehicle to have a new theme summon is now being placed on the bronze. So, all kinds of 4 events is now being checked and 3 skills is now being placement by complete. But after all, 2 events with new and force vehicle is all I need to have a good placement and check to have 9 events with a bonus to be in 100,000 points to go up in 1,246,789 points. What a tough day, you guys. As week number 2 is finished to have 3 vanity rewards and 1 car available in the bronze, we're going in and proceed in week number 3 to have Audi Addict for the next theme summon to have all kinds of Audi vehicles such as the RS7 and RS2 versions to have a very good excellent preview look. For only 1 street race event to be choosing any kinds of Audi real car like the RS3, RS7 or R8 just to have any kinds of different selection that you guys really want to go for it, except 1 motocross discipline that does not related to have an addiction to Audi, just for temporarily, and even of course to have a touring car event to go for the no restriction. And for 3 skills, just to have the exception to go for the escape, low altitude, and solemn is all we need to have. Alright folks, time to wrap this up before at the end of the video. After live stream, just to have this part of the content video, we'll go for the encore by putting up with some major changes for myself because of the bloopers and outtakes for myself that I just put up, and even of course to have a preparation to go on the set. But promise me, after week number 2, all we have to do is going to keep moving forward and head on over to be in week number 3 to take part in Audi Addict. After Audi Addict, the Magic City is now go for the rerun to be scheduled on July 26th through August 2nd to get the Bugatti Veyron Edition 1 is now having a very good best returning vehicle to go for the Platinum selection. After the Magic City, Legacy will be coming up in the dirt list on August 2nd through the 9th to get more rewards, including the Legacy tire is now being brand new as an Epic, and then Street Showdown will be coming soon after having 4 events will be needed to have much more participation to get some more exclusive and more progress on the Motor Pass bundle. But speaking of which, now I had to go and take a good look on the Motor Pass to have 14 unlock. There we go. Ford Mustang Boss 429 Lime Edition is now being unlocked. Second, Tasty Shrimps on the rooftop. Very good to be checked. Underglow check on the rear. Very nice. Sunset tint on the comment is very good to be adding up onto the Ford list in week number 2. More crew credits on 2000. Sunset Trail smoke on the rear. Sunset tire to have 2 sets of sides between on the red in the left and the blue on the right. Perfect. Just more vanity items I need, and going up to be stopped right back in $3 million bucks. Shaker rooftop, good. Motorstar pack added with 15. More 2000. Mystery bird horn on the common. Let's have a good here. Very good. More Tiki Underglow unlock on the common, just to have a good Hawaiian style underglow for having a good taste of Hawaiian treatment. And there's the third exclusive vehicle, you guys, the Chevy Camaro RS Ghost Edition 1969. Added to the part of the car collection and stop at the 16 tier item for week number 2. Tiki tire on the Epic is going to be spinning around to have a good look of the Tiki icon. Very nice and good to be well done. Thank you for enjoying watching the video in the Crew 2 folks. I hope you enjoyed. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. Don't forget to check it out on any social media platforms like Deepernet Art, Instagram, Twitter, GT Planet, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS liveries, Vision Total Drama fan art with card liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.